Hey folks, today I'm going to show you how to make a one-page mini-zine. One-page mini-zines are excellent for sharing information or art in a small format, only one sheet of paper, without having to worry about binding, stapling, collating pages, or anything like that. So some examples, I've done this how to sew mini-zine. It just teaches you how to hand sew. This was originally handwritten, and then I went back through and typed everything out. But it follows the same kind of format. This one is a collage zine. So if you've ever collaged before, you know, you can just cut apart magazines, newspapers, things like that. And this one is a mini comic. So this is issue 3, the 3-part series I did, mini zines. And this one is oriented, so you flip the pages up. Again, this was all drawn in like Procreate and then printed into the mini-zine. But the cool thing about these is that it is just one sheet, 8.5 by 11 paper. So I'm going to show you how to take one piece of paper and turn it into a mini-zine. So first thing I like to do is mark the top of my paper. I'm just going to put a little F there. I don't know if you can see that. And that's just going to tell me where the front is. That's the side I'm going to be drawing or putting art on. So when you know where the front of your paper is, you flip it over. And if you remember hamburger, hot dog style, I don't know if everybody uses that, but we're going to fold like a hamburger first. Now, you can use a bone folder. They're pretty handy to get nice crisp folds, but it's absolutely not necessary. Sometimes I just use like the back of my fingernail and rub on there like that. So we've got our hamburger fold. We're going to open it back up. The paper is still face down. Now we're going to fold it like a hot dog. And we're going to open that back up. So now we fold it in half. Hamburger, hot dog, 2 different ways. So we're going to flip this back over face up. Now the reason I'm flipping this is because when you make these folds, there's a specific way you have to fold this up to create a booklet. And it's much easier if you fold it in this way, you know, face down, face up. It'll just make it easier to fold into that shape later. So we bring our piece of paper face up again, and we're going to take each of these sides and fold right to the middle. Spin it around and fold this side to the middle as well. Just like that. Now again, we unfold, and now we've got this kind of W shape, right? So what we want to do is cut from here down to here. Not all the way through the page. We're stopping at this fold and at this fold. So an easy way to do that is to fold it up like this. Take your scissors and just make a cut right up to that fold. Now, keeping it the same way we had here, we're going to grab these 2 little peaks and we're going to fold the paper down like this to make this kind of cross or plus, right? So I'll show you from the side. Now, when you've got it like this, I'm just going to take it and flatten it. Try to keep everything as straight as possible here. It's just going to help you in the long run when we fold this over to create a little book. So this is essentially your mini-zine. Now another great trick for when you're designing this, you could take this just as is, start drawing, writing, painting, whatever you want to do in it. But I like to work in a flat format. So I like to work on my zines like this, right? So to help you figure out what page is what, you just take a pencil and lightly number them. So I'll put a C for cover, page 1, page 2. Actually, we'll make that 1. That. Page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, and we'll do a B for back cover, right? So I can erase these later, but this just helps me when I open this back up and I want to design, I know exactly this is page 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's this way, pages 5 and 6, the back cover and the front cover. So this is especially handy when you've got a zine that needs to be read in a specific order. You know, so these instructions kind of follow a pattern. We have pages 1, 2, 3, 4, how to thread the needle, basic stitches, some tips for tying off at the back. There's our cover. So when it's folded up, you've got the correct pages. Some zines, like the collage zine, didn't necessarily matter how I oriented my pages, you know, or how they were numbered, except for maybe the cover. So this one was a lot easier. This is the original. So this is the first one I folded up, and this is the one I cut and glued all these pieces down on, and then photocopied it to create this. And then when you photocopy it, you follow the same steps of folding, cutting to make your zine. Keep in mind that if you have any design that goes right to the edge of the page and you want to photocopy this, most scanners and photocopiers will not be able to print directly to the edge of the page. If I show you and I line this up, you can see my printer's not too bad at it, but this original design comes right to the edge of that page, but it won't print right to the edge. So if you have any writing, anything important that's in these margins, it may get cut off by your printer. Another cool thing I've seen people do is to take the back of their page and put a design or a larger image on here. So it's kind of like this hidden design inside the zine. So you read it normally, but then when you open it up, you'll have kind of a picture or something in the back. Maybe you could hang it up as a poster or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching my quick little video on how to make a mini zine here. You can probably tell we don't post very frequently on here. It's kind of tough to find time to make videos, but if you liked this or you like any of our other stuff, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. We'd really appreciate it, and we'll do some more videos in the future.